And here we go. Should we be live? I think so. I think we should be live. Let's make sure to put some stuff on here. This looks good. This looks good. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Let's start this off. Oof. Have a great show for all of you. Let's move this over here. Boom. Boom. Oof. Oof. Gonna move some stuff. Oof. Oof, I'm missing something. I think I'm missing something. I think I'm missing one of the main things. Point of matter for all of you watching, ladies and gentlemen, today, very special. Do me a favor, hit the like button. We just started a stream. Today's very special for all of you watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the day that I will be showing you. Yes, let's cook up some steak and show my recipe for some of these beautiful pieces. And for a lot of you, you guys already know on the thumbnail, yes, the Dalmore, Valour. Wait a minute. I always get this wrong. Valour. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm gonna say this. Let's rewind. For all of you watching, we're gonna start off with some beer. Yes, this is Stone Brewery Company. Shout out to all of you. Yes, yes. And what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be doing in a glass, beautiful glass. And let me do it one more time. This is the Dalmore Valour. Maybe I got it wrong completely. Last time I called it Valour, and I think that's what it is, Valour. This is the Dalmore Valour, yes. This is a brand new one for all of you. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Valour. I was calling it Valour. I was calling it Valour. Valour, I believe it is. And for all of you, before we do anything, here we go. Let's pop it open. Shout out to all of you. Currently, yesterday, somebody ended up winning something on the stream. And you should be getting your gift this Thursday. Let's pop this open. Yes, yes. First little pop. And for all of you, you're going to see my recipe. But before anything, let's talk about the meats. Yes, hit that like button. Let's talk about first. It's going to be a chunk guy. You saw the price, $13.63 a pound. I'm going to be doing this. And also, I'm going to be doing one of my favorite cuts. One of my favorite cuts. Ripper Crew, you know what time it is. One of my favorite cuts is a porterhouse. You see the price I paid? This is shout out to Publix. Shout out to Publix. We got some USA choice. You're gonna see how I do it. But before we do any of that, the only review I have ever seen on YouTube will be on this channel. Yes, 2025, the Dalmore. Yes, is a Highland single malt Scotch whiskey. This is Valour, and for all of you, it's a beautiful, beautiful presentation. Look at this beauty, the Valour. It's a beautiful thing. Kind of reminds me of my Creed fragrance. Beautiful, beautiful. Hit that like button. Now, this is a very special release because before you can only get this at the airports, and some of you probably can't even get it. The people in Canada, there's people around the world that probably can't get this. You can only get it in certain places. So this is a special release, very special. And I do tell you, if I'm showing you this, it's because it is a 10 out of 10. But we're going to pop it open on the stream. and you're gonna see how it is. But before anything, we gotta lock in for me, lock in. Yes, we're gonna start to do this. And before anything, do me a favor for all of you that are new here, Reaper Crew. You know what time it is. We're number one for all of you that are new here. Don't forget, cut your nails. Try to cut your nails. Never bite your nails. Yes, cut your nails. Never bite your nails, and always hit that like button. If you're watching right now, tap the screen a couple times. Let's get those hearts going. Let's get those thumbs up going. And for all of you that are new, don't forget to subscribe here in the corner. We're going to be showing some whiskey. We're going to be drinking some whiskey while I cook for you the special recipe that you have to tune in for. Special recipe that each one of you can do. And for some of you, special recipe is going to be here on the stream. I have a couple whiskeys on here that you should definitely get. This is a single barrel. You guys know. If you don't know, I'll tell you. Every single barrel has its own warehouse. It tells you right here. This single barrel, very special. And I do tell you, American whiskey in the chat room. Yes, a lot of people like it. In the chat room, there's also a poll. Click what you like. You like bourbon? You like Irish whiskey? What do you like? You like Scotch whiskey? What do you like? Indian whiskey? What you like? Anyways, point of matter is that is a single barrel, and also another good single barrel. Yes, there was a new one just came out 8 year, but this single barrel is good. New riff. Also, we do have for the ladies, we got the knob, we got the knob, we got the knob. So officially yesterday, the winner yesterday officially gets to get, yes, their package Thursday. Got sent out today, so you should be getting your package on a Thursday. We had a winner yesterday on the stream, and congratulations. Thursday, your package should be arriving. Let's pop this open. All right, we always do this. We just gotta do this. Ooh, it's gonna overflow. Woo! Look at that. That's an overflow, but that's good because currently my steaks have been getting hit with a lot of this foam, a lot of this beer, so it's gonna help out for all of you watching. Here we go. Let me check my settings. I think we should be good. Yes. All right. Are we good? Yes, we good. Hit that like button if you haven't already. All right. Here we go. Let's start off. All right, let's start off by sipping a little bit of this American beer. This is Stone Brewery. It's a Pilsner, and for all of you Americans, it's American Pilsner. I do recommend a lot of you ladies be careful with this one. This is a hot heater. Here we go. Cheers, all of you. Cheers, all of you. Here we go. Cheers, all of you. Don't forget to refresh. Don't forget to refresh. If I do check settings, sometimes the camera goes off for a second. Here we go. Cheers, all of you. Let's go up. Oh, man. Say it ain't so, baby. That looks good. Here we go. Oof. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oof. That's a good one. It's so good that my ankles. My ankles. How many of you have cankles? Shout out to all of you that have cankles, because I don't know what it is to live with cankles. But for all of you, I'm going to say this. Cheers, all of you Americans out here. For all of you Americans, you already know, if you officially like that IPA beer, you got to be a chubby dude. You got to have a beard. I don't have an IPA on here, so currently we're not drinking IPA. On the stream, we're going to be seasoning with a couple seasonings. Kinder, Prime Steak. Also, Weber. Steak and chop, and the special recipe will be coming in on the stream. Before we do this, cheers all of you one more time. Hit that like button, hit that like button. Let's go. Let's drink us up. Cheers. And Manny, good to see Manny in the chat room. Good to see Jay in the chat room. Good to see April, the winner of yesterday's stream. Also, Farm Kitty, good to see Farm Kitty. Each and one of you that are in the chat room, I can see you. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. And for all of you, here we go. Let's drink us up. Okay, so if you don't know by now, my special recipe consists of a little bit of foam, a little bit of beer. So if this drips, we good. Yes. So there we go. One of my special, right? One of the specials on here is to get that foam. We're going to start taking it. So let's pop this open. So my special recipe consists of a little bit of beer. You have to have a little bit of beer on here. And for all of you, here we go. The foam is here. The foam is here. As long as that foam goes in, here we go. A little bit of beer. As long as that beer, just a little bit of beer on here, right? Give it a little bit of extra foam, let it flow out, and you should get it on your steak little by little. For all of you watching, here we go. One of the main ingredients will be a little bit of beer. Oh man, that's good. We got the beautiful porterhouse ready to go. We also have the chuck eye ready to go, and we have another chuck eye ready on standby. So we're gonna put these over here. All right, we're gonna put this over here. Looks good, looks good. Let's put this over here. Hopefully you guys can see officially everything that we're doing, yes. And what we're gonna be doing is, we're gonna start by seasoning, and the seasoning is gonna be the main thing of this. Here we go. Main thing, seasoning wise. We're gonna do this first. Let's start off by putting a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Okay, a little bit of extra virgin. We got a little bit of beer on here. That's good. If you want to put a little bit more beer, you could. Boom. Just a little bit, okay? Just a little tad, like a drip. Cheers, whole of you. Drink a sip. Where can we put this? We can put this somewhere here, yes? Yeah, let's put this right here. Good. We can stun on them. We can stun on them right here. Yeah, so we can stun on them right here. There go those two burrs. Got this going, looking good. Let's put that olive oil. Here we go. Looks good. Yesterday on the stream, we killed it yesterday. Yesterday was weekend. You can go check out the weekend stream. Fun stream yesterday. You go check that stream out. So first thing you want to do is put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Secret recipe coming up. Okay, you're going to put a little of olive oil. What you want to do is with this olive oil, you want to butter it in there with that beer. Now, I don't suggest you to use IPA beer. Okay, no beer that has a lot of fruitiness. Don't use anything that has a lot of fruitiness. Okay? That's going to be one of the things that you got to be careful with. Not too much fruitiness. All right. Okay, so currently, looking good. All right, we got our porterhouse right here. Right? We got our beautiful pieces of chuck eye right over here. And now comes the part that some of you are looking forward to. Now, secret recipe. You could use this one, or you could use other ones that do have a little bit of salt. This one has a main thing when it has salt. This one doesn't have. Main thing on here is the black garlic. Black garlic is a main thing. Capadra on there. I like to use that because it does have black garlic, and I like it a lot. Okay, so again, main thing we're going to be doing is using salt. If you don't have this, use salt and pepper. Salt and pepper works. But you will be needing the kinders, okay, prime steak. You will be needing that. So this is going to be my replacement of salt and pepper. This has pepper in it already. All right, so all we're going to do is, currently, we're going to load this up. So here we go. Load it up nicely. Oh, look how beautiful. It's going to be the main. Ooh, look at that. You want to do it high above so you can see. Good, look good. All right. Now that we did that, we're just going to put a little layer of this kinders, okay? Secret recipe, little layer of this prime steak kinders. Okay, little layer again. But it's going to be the real little layer. Here we go. Little tad, little layer, yes, yes. If you're watching right now, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe here in the corner. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up to 100 today. Yes, yes. Okay, you have that going. You can do the same thing on the other side. But we have our special thing that we're going to do. Right? Before we do that special thing, again, this does have a little bit of beer in it. All right, it does have a little bit of beer in it, so we're going to move this around. Does have a little bit of beer in it, so we're going to move this around. All right, does have a little bit of beer. Who's going to be the first one to send a super chat? We're going to see. Are we going to get a super chat today? Shout out to all of you. I do know that yesterday was a heck of a show. All right, here we go. We're going to do the same thing over here on this side. Remember, what you want to do is the higher you do it, the better, because you can see what you're doing, right? So I like to do a high up. There you go. I like to do a high up. There we go. Nice little blast. Nice little blast. Again, this is salt pepper, replacement of salt pepper that I have, and it does have a little bit of extra stuff. And now, officially, boom, boom, the main compadre. Yes. Again, you want to do a small layer. Small layer. Again, there we go. A small little layer, all right? Small little layer, yes, yes. Looks good, looks good. Here we go for all of you. There you go. We got a lot of people watching because they want to know the secret recipe. The secret recipe is about to come, but before the secret recipe comes, ooh, that's what she said. Before the secret recipe comes, that's what she said. Cheers, all of you. Let's take a little chug. It is officially the beginning of the week. Enjoy the stream. Hit the like button for the stream. If you're watching right now, tap the screen a couple times. Don't forget to subscribe. Here in the corner, enjoy the chat room. In the chat room, there's currently a poll. What do you like? What do you like? There's a poll in the chat room. 42 votes so far. In 17 minutes, let's get those votes up in the chat room. Here we go. One little plunge. Let's drink this up. Outstanding. Now, what you want to do is you want to make sure to put a little bit more. You want to make sure this meat is nice, looking good, right? You want to give us some Jiffy Lube, you know? You want to give it some lube, not Jiffy Lube, but you know what I'm talking about, extra virgin. We already put some earlier, but we want to put some more again. Now, before we do that, we're going to pop open the bottle. And for a lot of you, you're looking forward to this, right? Looking forward to the bottle popping. Hit that like button if you like it so far. Hit that like button. And for all of you, bottle popping, this is the Dalmore Valour. Dalmore Valour. Let's pop this open. Let's pop open this beautiful bottle. Look at this beauty. Elegance as can be. Elegance in a bottle comes when you purchase something that's really good. And I'd like to show you guys the good stuff. I don't like to show you the stuff that some of you officially think, ooh, this guy at the store owner said it was good. No, store owner's not going to tell you that it's good because he probably doesn't even know this is one of the best. Yes, this is the Dalmore Valour. Beautiful. We're going to move this around. Valour, look at this beautiful thing. Beautiful whiskey. And with a beautiful whiskey, what do you need? Well, you need a Glencairn. Secret recipes coming up, okay? Secret recipes coming up. First super chant on the stream. So far, I think the first super chanter has been Farm Kitty for the last 2 days. I appreciate it, Farm Kitty. Thank you so much for the super chant. This is how to get on the show. And for all of you, here we go. Let's see what she says over here. Farm Kitty with the $5. Let's see what she says. She says, first, over here, Farm Kitty, she says, first. She is the first. She's the first super chatter. And she also says, happy Monday, crew. Make sure to like and subscribe. And also, she also said, wifey, She love you. Over here in the chat room, here we go for all of you watching. I'm going to say this. Hearts to everybody in the chat room. Don't forget to hit that like button. Let's get those likes up to 100 at least for all of you watching. Again, let me rewind the bucket. Let me rewind the bucket. Okay? This is Chuck Eye, one of my favorite pieces in the world. One of my favorite pieces of meat in the world, Chuck Eye. This is a broke man's ribeye. That's what they call it, a broke man's ribeye. Good thing we're not broke out here, but I like the fact that sometimes you just got to do it, man. Ribeyes right now are going for a crazy price, and they're not even marbled perfectly. You get a little bit more fat on these Chuck Eyes, right? I need to teach some of you. I've taught some of you a lot. But honestly, I need to teach. By the way, April, I'm going to give it to April. Yesterday, she won something. She should be getting it Thursday. I hope you enjoy it. White box was sent out today. When you open it up, just put your hand in there and get that prize you won. Yes, that beautiful gift. April, you get to pick. Do we put a light on here? Do we put a light on here on the stream? Again, do we put a light in? We're going to be popping this open. Pop this beautiful thing open. Do we need a light? Do we need a light? She says, lights. Okay, we're going to put those Dallas Cowboy lights on. Let's put those Dallas Cowboy lights on. Here we go. Let's put them Dallas Cowboy lights on. Yes, yes. Wait a minute. There you go. Dallas Cowboy. Let's go. Let's go. Let's put them Dallas Cowboy lights on. Perfect. Looks good. Okay, so on my recipe, you guys know I like to give you the easy, good recipe. I don't want to complicate life for any of you, so we're going to do that, okay? We're going to put the good right here, put the lights looking good. Here we go. So our secret recipe will be coming up right now, but we have to pop open this brand new bottle. All right, brand new bottle. Let's pop open this brand new bottle before we do the secret recipe. And I do know there's some chefs that are watching me. For the chefs that watch me, I cook better than them, and they put a bunch of different techniques on their meat. If you keep it simple, you will always be a winner. Remember, a winner that crosses the finish line has just every other person's shoes. Doesn't have any special shoes, just has every enemy. You know what I'm talking about. Point of matter is, it don't matter if you got Nike or Adidas. You always will cross the finish line as long as you have shoes or no shoes. Why am I saying that? Makes no sense. I don't know why I'm saying it. But we're going to do this right here. The Dalmore. If you guys had an idea where I was getting at, you let me know in the chat room. Point of matter is, lost my train of thought. Because this thing is so beautiful. Look at this thing. Such a powerful bottle. Such a beautiful bottle. I can't even talk too much. It's almost red-orange, hyper red-orange. Beautiful. Now, there's a difference in color of the previous, yes. I believe the previous one was close to almost like a burgundy. But this one is officially, you can see the color really nice. All right, let's start opening this bottle up. Again, in the back, you can see you got the code. That's when you know it's official. There you go. There's a hollow. You know it's official when you got that hollow. There we go. So again, the official stamp will be right here. We're gonna try to keep that on there. Let's pop this open. Beautiful. All right, we're going to do a Glencairn on here. Here we go, Glencairn. We're going to load this puppy up. Looks good, looks good, looks good. Again, I recommend all of you to get this. It's honestly one of the more crazier bottles that you can find. Really good, really fantastic. I already had it. That's why I'm putting on the stream. Really, really good. 10 out of 10. The best part about this is going to be everything. Okay, not one thing. Everything. We're going to talk about it now. Before we talk about it now, let's start moving some of this out here. You guys already know we have this here, yes? Knob Creek, yes. Let's start putting this over here, boom. So we're going to put this right here, boom. And we're going to start putting our steak out here. I like to put this back on top. So thank you so much, Farm Kid, with the Super Chan. Huge appreciation. At least we stay undefeated. We stay undefeated on Super Chats. Yesterday, Manny, Jay, a lot of you have sent Super Chats yesterday. All of you have sent Super Chats yesterday. And I appreciate it. It was a fun weekend yesterday. Real fun, real fun. Real fun, real fun. Here goes for the... By the way, we're going to be cooking this. Our secret recipe is coming up right now. Now you can see some of the oil starting to cave in. Not cave in, but it's starting to almost get mesmerized with that beer. You see it? Starting to get a little bit mesmerized with that beer, and that's one of the things that you want to do. Okay, you don't want to put a lot of beer, just a little tap. Now I learned this by just doing it. One day, one here, I said, you know what? Let me overload it. I overloaded. My meat was full of beer, and it really gave it a good touch. For all of you watching, here we go. One thing that I like about this, and this goes for all of you, I only show you the best. This does have a beautiful citrus, more like any other Dalmore out there. If there's one Dalmore, it reminds me of the citrus that the 15-year has, which you guys already know. If you've seen me, I like the 15. That's why maybe I like this one a lot. I'm going to also say another thing before I even say anything, it is very unique. I don't think there's a whiskey on here under $100. This looks like a $200 bottle, but this is under $100 in America. And I do recommend you definitely to buy this. Why? Because I tell you, the best is the best. And the best is what's on the show. That's what I like to do. So for all of you, let's know this now one time. Here we go. Let me just say this. This is finished in bourbon cask. Okay, so for all of you that like bourbon, they don't officially say what company they get that barrel from, okay? But they use barrels from America, bourbon barrels, right? They use bourbon barrels. And you could tell by the nose, this has a little bit of that citrus that this Dalmores usually have, and you have a little bit of domination of vanilla on here that's really nice. You could tell the wood on here is very specific, and you can tell it's a little bit fruity at the same time. It's very unique. Again, one of the more unique bottles. I'm not an ambassador. Okay, I'm not an ambassador of Dalmore. Okay, the Reaper out here does what he wants because I want to give you the best quality whiskeys to have with your friends and family and maybe your boss. This would be a perfect whiskey to have with your boss. It's really good. In the bottom, it will tell you it is matured. It is matured in American white oak, ex-bourbon barrels, right? Ex-bourbon barrels, not brand new bourbon barrels, ex-bourbon barrels. And it says it's extra leaf finished in Taiwanese port pipes. So you're going to get a little bit of fruitiness, but the fruitiness is going to be a little bit in the pruny side. Now you guys are probably like, what the hell? I'm going to say this. Almost a little bit of pruny, fig action going on, and I'm personally going to say, you're going to see, when you drink this, you're going to see what I mean. It gives you like a richness. Good to see Seth in the chat room for the members that have, officially, yes, Seth, I see you, Seth. The members that do have, yes, that membership. I see you. By the way, I do know that YouTube sometimes changes the name, so if your name has a different name, let me know. For all of you, Farm Kitty, so far, the first super chat today, thank you so much. Let me know this is out. Ooh, real nice. Okay, here we go. Before I do my secret recipe, we put some seasoning on there, yes? Let's try this out. Cheers, all of you. One of the best releases that you could currently now find at your stores. The Dalmore Valour, man. I keep on messing up. Here we go. There's two whiskeys that I mess up on. Texas whiskey, right? Balmoral or Balmorea. And then there's this one, but this is Scotch whiskey, right? The Dalmore Valour. I mess up on this one all the time. Anyways, Valour. Yeah, there you go. Mess up completely. I have 3 ways to say it. I'm not from Scotland. I'm American. Here we go. Let's drink this up. Cheers, all of you. Again, before we drink it, let me just show you the beautiful presentation. Valour, beautiful. Ask your local store to see if they have it. Under $100, one of the best. Here we go. Cheers, all of you. Drink this up. I had to slap my ass. That's goddamn good. That's worth every penny. I would pay up to $150, 120 to $150 for that. If it was for the price. If I had tasted it, if it was for the price, that's how good it is. You get a strong, rich citrus pop. It's almost like a. It's almost like it's like you have like this has a little bit of citrus, but this has a. The beer that I'm having has like a lemon, not a lemon. It has like a. The beer I'm having has like a lime and lemon, right? This over here has almost like an orange with a little bit of maybe fig, an orange with a fig, juicy orange with a little bit of fig. It gives it a little bit of power. It gives a little bit of richness, and not only does it give it a little bit of richness, it also gives you all that maturity that you want. This isn't a 20-year. This isn't a freaking 50-year. This isn't a 30-year, 28-year, 15-year. No. Right? You know that it's good when you taste it and you kind of have an idea. You know what? I want to take another sip. That's what I want. I want to take another sip. And that's what I'm about to do. That's when you know you got something good. Cheers, all of you. I took a sip. Cheers, all of you. That right there, I'm going to say this. That right there is exceptional. I'm going to have, for a lot of you, I'm going to have a lot of people asking me where you can get it. You're going to have to look. We don't promote stores out here. Go look around, see where you can buy this. I'll be posting up the video tomorrow for a lot of you, just in case you want to know. But I do tell you, I know many of you are looking forward to my secret recipe. I'm about to put it, but I'm still fascinated with this whiskey. I'm to the moon with this whiskey. The last whiskey I had, which was, I believe it was yesterday, the day before. When was it? I think it was the day before. Saturday. We popped open another Scotch whiskey. Another Scotch whiskey is something nobody on YouTube talks about. A cigar reserve. Beautiful cigar reserve, under $50, amazing. But this one, man, if I can say one thing, the presentation is beautiful, it's key, and it does represent something that's over $100. But this is under $100. And again, we're going to go back to this. I'm going to tell you more of the notes. I'm going to tell you more of the notes that I'm tasting. But currently, I'm tasting a lot of that citrus. I'm tasting a little bit of that vanilla. The bourbon, right? The bourbon barrels are giving it that sweet pop. That sweet pop. You can get that oak, beautiful ex-bourbon barrel that you can taste. You don't get brown sugar as the bourbon has, but you do get that vanilla on here. And then it goes into almost like a prune fig. Got a little bit of prune fig. A little bit spice, not too much spice, tempered spice. There's actually more citrus and fruit. There's more citrus and fruit than the spice. The spice is very on the back end. But I'm going to say also, if this was missing something, it would probably be, if I could say one thing, if there was either a tobacco leather note on here, this would be insane. Currently, I like the format of what they did on here with this one. Again, this is a brand new one. I believe this is 2025. So for all of you, hit that like button if you like the stream. Hit the like button, let's drink us up. And I'm going to tell you exactly the notes that they have subscribed and said on this box before anything to drink us up. By the way, You do get that maltiness that Scotch whiskey has, but the maltiness on this whiskey is backed up by a little bit, to me, backed up by that fruitiness. Again, this is not as fruity as maybe some of your stone fruits that you get some in some of the scotches. Oh, this has a like a citrus pop. It does go with the color of this box, so expect a citrus. Hit that like button. Some of you just came back from church and you're not hitting the like button. How dare you? How dare you? Some of you are in church watching me. Some of you in India. I know there's a lot of people in India watching me. They can't eat meat. You can't eat meat, but you're still watching. Hit that like button. Anyways, the point of the matter is, I don't know why I just went on a rant there. Anyways, what I'm going to say is, let's go back here. Let's just read a couple of the notes. Hit the like button. Let's hit the notes over here. So, it says plum. I got some plum on here. I like this color. AM in the chat room. This reminds me of, you know what reminds me of? The Viking cologne. One of my favorite colognes in the world. The Viking cologne, yes. From Creed. Anyways, it does say, from the aromas, ripe plums. I got some ripe plums. Creme and caramel. Crema and caramel. Look at it. It says crema and caramel. Citrus fruits. Okay, ripe plums. Citrus fruits, ripe caramel. Let me check the nose out. Wait a minute. I didn't sense any caramel. I did sense vanilla. Here we go. This is a darling. This is a darling, man. This is a darling. Again, what is this? This is Mamma Mia. What is this? This is a darling. Let's go one more time. What is this meat? Mamma Mia. Yes. What is this meat? Mamma Mia. What is that whiskey? That whiskey is a darling. It's a darling. Let's go on with the nose. Let's see one time. Here we go. Man. So the nose, I don't really get no plum. I don't remember the last time I smelled any plums. Only plums I smelled were my own plums. Those are the only plums I smelled. And this doesn't smell like my own plums. No, this doesn't smell like my own plums. It does have a lot of citrus. It has a sweetness. Has a little bit of vanilla, but it does say it has caramel. I don't smell the caramel on here. Well, maybe a little bit faintly I smell it, but I don't really smell it. I smell fruits, oak, and just a tad bit of vanilla. Now it does say over here, again, all right, it just says a couple. Now we're gonna go with the palate. Let's go with the palate. And what did I tell you guys earlier that it did have? It says over here, candied orange. Candied orange. Okay, well I don't even know what the hell candied. It says pineapple. Now the pineapple, I'm gonna go back to that. So far, I did get strong orange. We have that orange over here. It also says fudge. Not the fudge you wipe in your ass. Not the fudge. This is chocolate fudge. The finish, forest fruit. What the hell's a forest fruit? Can somebody tell me what the hell's a forest fruit? Never seen a forest fruit in my life. And it says coconut, figs. Okay, figs. We got the figs on here. And marzipan. Now, marzipan, I'm going to say, marzipan, the word is just not in my vocabulary. Okay, marzipan, you're never going to see me talk about marzipan ever. The word is not in my vocabulary. I'm just saying right now. But it does say it has that on the palate, on the finish. So again, let me go again and see this. But I'm just going to say this for all of you. This does have a lot of citrus, and the citrus does take over heavy. The fig, it's a rich. It does say it does have chocolate, a little bit of that white ass chocolate. I don't see no chocolate here. Here we go. Let's drink this up. Cheers. It does have a lot of, god damn. Good to see Jay in the chat room. Good to see AM and Jay in the chat room. Now, for all of you that are wondering, why is it that he can't see me? Most of the time, if I see you, it's because your name is highlighted in green. If it's highlighted in green or blue, I can see a little bit better. My eyesight is not 20/20, if you don't know already. My eyesight is not 20/20. But in hindsight, it's 20/20. Ooh, that's a good one. It's a good one. In hindsight, my eyesight is not 20/20, but in hindsight, it's 20/20. Ooh, that's a good one. All right, secret recipe coming up. Okay, secret recipe coming up. We need to put the secret recipe on here. We have to do it now. There's no waiting. There's no waiting. Again, secret recipe. For some of you that haven't been tuning into the streams, you wouldn't know the secret recipe. Again, you have to put that beer. All right, put that beer in. Put that beer in. If you didn't put that beer in, you don't have the recipe going yet. All right, let's put this over here. For some of you watching, let's put this down just a little bit so you can see. And here we go. Marzipan. That ain't in my vocabulary. All right, good. All right, you gotta load it up. Worcestershire sauce. You gotta get a Liam Perrin. If you don't get Liam Perrin, it's not gonna taste the same. You need to get Liam Perrin. Now, again, I've told you many times, you have to cut the edge on the edge. There's too much sweetness. So do not put a lot of this. Do not put a lot of this. All right, do not put a lot of this. There you go, just a little sprinkle, little rain sprinkle. All right. A little rain sprinkle. Little rain sprinkle again. There we go. I'm gonna put the secret recipe right here for all of you. Okay, secret recipe. There's people that make books out of these recipes. I don't make a book. I show you. I'll show you. We're going to put this one over here. Secret recipe. There you go, secret recipe. You see it? Good. You see it? You guys see it? Now, who do I recommend this whiskey to? This is a huge thing. Who do I recommend the whiskey to? There's going to be a lot of different kind of people that are going to like this, and there's a lot of people that probably going to say, whoa, this is crazy. Okay, to start off, anybody. Okay, I'm going to just start by saying anybody that likes almost like a citrus orange bomb, I recommend you to get the Dalmore Valour. Valour. I keep on messing up. Valour. I recommend you to get the Valour. Now, this is going to be a little bit harder for you to find, but you could still find it currently available. If you go in the airports, most of the airports should have this doozy, right? They should have this darling. This is a darling of a whiskey. It's a beautiful one. I'm going to say, is it better than the cigar malt? Is it better than the cigar malt? Well, you got a different animal here. Some days, let's explain. Some days you want to drink Sprite. Some days you want to drink Coca-Cola. There's people out there that some days they want to drink their bubbly water, and some days they want to drink Coca-Cola Zero. You understand where I'm getting at? Each one of you has a different palate on a day. Not every day I want to have steak. Well, I do want to have steak every day, but I just, you know how much my wallet go get ripped if I have steak every day? I might be, what's the word? I might have to unretire at the age of 90. You understand? Because I'll be broke. Point of the matter is, I have to tell you, steak is great. We're going to make sure that our meat gets nice and tossed around. April Neal, she could live to be 200 years old. She'll never go broke. Shout out to April Neal in the chat room. She'll never go broke. 200 years old, she'll never go broke. It don't even matter what you say in the chat room. That woman in the chat room will never go broke. Over here, we're going to put this over here. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. All right, here we go. By the way, I do want to make sure that all of you understand this is a whiskey that has port in it, right? Anything that, oh, damn. Anything, nothing happened. We're good. Anything that says it has port, it will be rich. You see? Port. Okay, anything that has port will have a rich, almost like a either grapey, super dark fruits. If it says port, it could have fig, plums. Well, plums, I'm never thinking of plums, but just rich. Rich, always going to be rich. Rich and bold. I don't tend to like ports, just ports itself. Like I'm just going to give you an example. The Dalmore has a port, right? It has a port. I don't like it because it's too rich. I can only have one sip. Ports are meant for you to have for after dinner. After dinner. Now that I say that after dinner, is this good with your cigar? Yes, this is good for your cigar. Remember, you're only going to be able, if you have this, there's two type of cigars you can have, okay? You can have a Connecticut with this, or you can have a Habano. I don't recommend you to have a Maduro cigar with this. I don't recommend you to have a heavy-duty, strong, okay, strong cigar. Anything too strong, I don't recommend you to have this. Okay? Here we go. Cheers to all of you. Now, the beer gives it some flow. Now, what I'm aiming for is, you see this meat? I'm aiming for that meat to be all black. The blacker it gets, the better it is. You see how black? It starts getting brown, black. The blacker it is, the browner it gets, the more I know we're ready to go. Now, some of the seasonings are going to start moving around, no problem. We're going to lose some of the seasoning also on the barbecue. I just want to talk to you guys about the porterhouse. I do know some of you don't know about it, especially April Neal. She doesn't know how to cook. So April Neal, shout out to April Neal yesterday. She was the winner of our giveaway. Right, you never know when I'm going to do giveaway. You never know, right? You never know. Point of the matter is, if you get a porterhouse, this is a porterhouse, right? The porterhouse usually has a bone. Be careful with the bone, especially if you're eating it. So this porterhouse has a nice filet cut. This is a filet mignon cut. So if you want to have filet mignon, but you don't want to buy the whole 3-pack or 4-pack of filet mignon because it's so small, you could officially buy yourself a porterhouse. Now the porterhouse is going to have two different cuts, right? You have the beautiful sirloin cut over here, and you also have the filet, which is nice. It's going to be very soft. So what you want to do is when you first have your porterhouse, you want to eat this first, okay? You want to eat this filet first. Also, for each and every one of you that watch me make this, because this look how fat it is. It's beautiful, right? When it comes to the chuck eye is always better than the second day, and the first day is good. But the second day, when you have this the second day, you don't have to reheat it. You don't have to reheat this in the like anywhere on the barbecue. You can reheat this the next day in the microwave, or you could toss it and slice it up. Well, obviously, after you cook it, you can slice it up and put it in your morning breakfast of eggs, and it's going to be exceptional. It's going to be really a doozy, right? It's going to be a doozy. But I have to tell you guys something. After the second day, this is not going to be as good as you might think. Now, when it comes to these meats, I do recommend you to definitely have the porterhouse on the first day you cook it. On the second day you cook it, it will taste a little bit different. You're not going to have those flavors stuck in this porterhouse. Remember, this is a little bit tougher. This is going to be a little bit tender and juicy. This is going to be the juiciest out of all of them. The chuck eye is going to be the juiciest. So again, When you go to the stores, this goes for Manny. Manny, shout out to Manny. This goes for Manny. Yesterday, Manny killed it on Super Chats. Shout out to Manny. Mamma Mia, Mamma Mia. This is Mamma Mia. And this is a darling. This is a darling. What a beautiful whiskey. What a beautiful whiskey. Now, what I like about this, it's like Pokemon. I want to make sure that doesn't, it's like Pokemon. This has a little bit of a shine. You know Pokemon. How many of you know Pokemon? You know Pokemon. You seen it in The Sopranos. The Sopranos were going to jump the Pokemon truck. You know Pokemon. How many of you know Pokemon? Raise your hand in the chat room. This is the adult lottery. This is the adult lottery. This is the adult lottery. The adult lottery. If you have never played lottery in your life, don't play it. You're going to lose. Guarantee you're going to lose your $2 or $5 or $10 or whatever you're going to put in the lottery. If you buy this, you have a higher chance to pull a $1,000 card, $4,000 card, $2,500, $600 card. Pokemon is the adult lottery. Get yourself some Pokemon. Get yourself some Pokemon. April will be getting some Pokemon. Oh no, she's going to get Pokemon. She's not going to get Pokemon. She's going to get Pokemon. Oh man, that sounds wrong. I just said Pokemon. Oof. God damn. My elephant, man. I try to put my elephant to sleep at night, but he never sleeps. But I did something for April. So for some of you, do me a favor, hit that like button for April. April Neil, hit that like button for April Neil. If you're watching right now on the phone, tap the screen a couple times. If you can subscribe. I did something for April Neil. So April Neil, you have a gift. More than a gift, okay? I put something special for you in the box. Something special for you in the box that you have around the computer. I made sure to give you a gift. There's about a lot of gifts in there, but one of the things is you're going to open up, you're going to see a lot of nice things. She will see what I put in there, and for some of you, you could officially see her posted up on the community tab. Now, she does live in Texas. I live in Florida. So for all of you, it doesn't matter where in the world you live. If you do support this channel, you can live in the Dookies. You can live in the Dookies. I'll send you something if I know that you're a supporter and I know you're here often. If there's ever a time that I give away anything, it's on the fly. It's just like Manny says, it's on the fly, right? It's on the fly. I'll do it right there. It's just what I do, right? You never know. I might take out some money, just give away money. That'd be crazy. I'll be like that dude on Twitter. What is his name? Pulte on Twitter. Anyways, here we go. Listen, notice how I'm starting to smell. It's getting pruny. I kind of can smell the prunes now. I didn't smell that initially. When I first drank this one, which wasn't right here on the show, before anything, we had to evaluate a whiskey before putting on the show, right? Before I drank this one, I said, this is such a perfect whiskey. It's so rich and so under $100, and it's so perfect. Now, some of you are probably wondering, what's the proofing on this one? So the proofing on this one, you guys know when it comes to Scotch whiskey, blended whiskey, these whiskeys aren't like to the moon, right? These aren't to the moon. So you're looking at, there you go, 43.8% ABV. Very beautiful, very nice. This is a darling. But this over here, Mamma Mia, yes? So far on the stream, we have one super chat. One super chat so far on the stream. $5 super chat, we're still undefeated. That's all. That's what matters, right? That's what matters. Yes. By the way, this side is pretty black. That's good. Let's make sure to move this. I want to make sure both sides are nice and brown. This side is real nice. It's getting nice and brown. But I need to make sure it gets all the flavors. Okay? Make sure it gets all the flavors. There you go. Make sure it gets all the flavors. That's good. That porterhouse should be ready to go. That porterhouse should be ready to go. All right. What we're going to do is, after I drink that, I'm going to be drinking this Knob Creek 15. That's what I'm going to be drinking, Knob Creek 15. Oof, somebody says. Yes. Oof. All right, here we go. Let's drink a sip. So, beautiful. Recommend you definitely buy this for all you members. You guys had the early preview of what you should do and why you should buy it. For some of the people that are not going to be able to watch this live stream, they're not going to know that this is good, so they're going to pass on by it and not buy it. Here we go, drinks up. This is so good. My mouth is watering. This is so good. You do get a little bit of spices, though. Just a tad bit of spices. Now, for some of you, just because it doesn't show here doesn't mean that you don't have it. Okay, just because it doesn't show here doesn't mean it doesn't have it. It has a little bit of spices. It has an orange, which you have the orange there. Now, the pineapple, you see the pineapple? That might be what's making my mouth water, but I can't really, when it comes to whiskey, I never can find pineapple. I never could find that pineapple. The chocolate is very tuned down. It's not crazy, but you can find it in there. The fig is something you can find. You can find the fig easily. Forest fruits. I still need to know where the forest fruit is. Forest fruit from where? The suicide forest in Japan? What kind of forest are we talking about, my man? You know, I'll never have a fruit from that suicide forest in Japan. Have you guys ever heard? Supposedly, in Japan, there's a forest that a lot of people go to the forest, and there's a thing that they go, do you know what? They go, do you know what? And supposedly, it's a thing. You could look it up on YouTube. As a matter of fact, I did go visit the forest only on YouTube. I'll never go visit the forest myself because what's the point? Who the hell is going to go to it? It's like going to a zoo without animals. It's like going to the grocery store without groceries. You don't want to go to a forest that has no fruits and no life, okay? Don't go to a forest like that, my man. My lady, don't go to it's not even I don't even know why I'm laughing. Don't go to a forest like that, okay? Jade says that Logan Paul officially went to that forest. Point of the matter is you can look it up on Google after. You can look it up on YouTube after. But I don't think that's where some of these forest fruits come from. I don't think that's where some of, by the way, I did put a whiskey on here that represents fruits. This one has a lot of fruits. Now, did I initially pick this one just to pick it? Yes, I did. But I noticed after that I picked the perfect one to put on the stream. It's like I think you guys think I'm joking, but I don't pick out the whiskeys. I randomly pick whiskeys. I don't think of the things that I'm going to put on the stream. And now that I'm thinking about it, this is the perfect whiskey to put on here with this one because this one is the most fruitiest Knob Creek in all of the Knob Creek line. When it comes to bourbon whiskey, this is the pinnacle of pinnacles when it comes to 15-year fruity, full dark fruits. It does have it. It does have it. One of the craziest documentaries I've seen was a dude that was hammering women's heads over there in Japan. You got to go see it. It's a documentary on Netflix. I think I saw it a couple of years ago. Insane. He was hammering women's heads in Japan. They caught him. But the point of the matter is, I'm not going to tell you the whole documentary. Go check it out. Why do I watch that? You're probably wondering. Well, because it's in front of me, and I think it's, I don't know, I think, what's the words that I can say? I could be a damn detective, yeah, real detective. Point of the matter is, let's put this over here. We're gonna pour a little bit. Before we put a little bit, we're gonna put some water on here. Jay over here says, April, did I hear they replay his guitar? Look at these fingers, my man. Look at these fingers. Ooh, look at these fingers. Do I have calluses? No. There we go. Let's put this over here. Here we go. I'd rather sing than play the guitar. I'm telling you right now. I'd rather sing than play the guitar. Again, huge shout outs to Publix. I'm using purified water from Publix. It's the cheapest water in Florida and the best water in Florida. Why is it the best water in Florida? Because it's the cheapest. You guys know my favorite water. You guys know my favorite water. I got turned on to a new water. I'll show you the new water. I think it's called Eternal Water. You're going to see it. I got turned on to a new water. I drank it last week. I got turned on to a new water. Really like it. You can buy it at your stores. And it's inexpensive. Essential water, like essential water, but you guys already know my favorite. My favorite water, if you're saying in the chat room, I'll give you a shout out. My favorite water, if you're saying in the chat room, I'll give you a shout out. Let's drink some water a little bit. And let's throw this away. There you go. Beauty. Who's going to be the first one to say? Who's going to be the first one to say what's my favorite water in the chat room? We're going to see. Are you for anything? Let's pop this open. Nobody figured out my favorite water. Woo! Nobody figured out my favorite water. Woo! Somebody says Atlantic glacier water. They go, who said that? That's my favorite water, man. Icelandic glacier water is my favorite water. It's so good, man. You got to get it really cold. You got to get it really cold, and it's so good. I used to like Fiji water a long time ago. Maybe for a year. I like Fiji water for a year, a long time ago. We're probably talking about like Fiji water, like, what was it, 2000, 2007, 2000, 2007, maybe 2009, maybe 2010, I don't remember. And then I discovered that glacier water, but you got to get it really cold. Again, what am I using? I am using Publix water. This is high pH water, and it's purified. So what you want to do is, why do I do this to this? Because currently I'm coming out of this Scotch whiskey. So since I'm coming out, that sounds wrong. Since I'm coming out of this Scotch whiskey is gonna taint, right? How many of you ladies taint your thongs? I know some of you ladies taint your thongs. How many of you men taint your undies? I know 2 out of 3 men, 2 out of 3 men out here taint their dang undies. Anyways, the point of the matter is, why am I saying that? Is because our whiskey, the walls of this glass gets a little bit tainted. There's a smell to it. Now, I'm not talking about dookie. I'm not talking about straight dookie. I'm just talking about just in general. The walls in this glass will be smelling like the last whiskey you have. So, since it smells like their last whiskey, you don't want to be smelling like this, right? You're going to a different experience, right? It's like going to Disney. I don't go to Disney World. I'm not trying to condone of it, but it's like going to Disney World. When you go show up to Disney World with your little kid, all of a sudden you're in Universal, and you're like, why am I in Universal? And then you hop into the first ride, and the first ride is supposed to be a nice Universal ride, but it's actually Islands of Adventure, the Hulk. It's a goddamn roller coaster. So this is why you have to erase. It's almost like you're painting. You got to erase and undo everything you just did, okay? The walls are going to smell like the last whiskey. So me putting water, all right? Me putting a little bit of water on here and flipping around. I'm just going to say this. Huge shout out to Farm Kitty. On the stream, the only super channel on the stream is Farm Kitty. Shout out to Farm Kitty. I'm going to say it right now. Shout out to, by the way, look, it's getting nice and brown. This is ready. It's ready to go. This is ready. It's ready to rip. I think some of you said that before in the public bathroom. This is ready to rip. Let's put this over here. Now, is this porterhouse ready to rip? Of course it's ready to rip. It's ready to rip. Let's put this over here. Oof. That porterhouse is ready to rip too. I think it's ready to rip. Look at this. Oof. Ready to rip. 3 pieces that are ready to rip. Here we go. For all of you watching. So I'm going to have a Knob Creek. Yes, I'm going to have a Knob Creek. Let me switch this around. Knob Creek. Let me put this. Oof. Oof, right there. There's no sound. Dark, dark, dark fruits. Dark, dark, dark fruits. This is almost like, man, this is dark, dark, dark. This is like the bottom. This is like the bottom of the barrel of my underwears. This is very dark. Dark, dark, like. You know, I should have said that all that about the last whiskey. This smells like my plums. That would have been good. It's too late now. You ever like the next day, you're like, man, I should have said that joke in front of everybody. You ever do that? You're like in the meeting, you're like, oh man, I gotta say something in this meeting. Then the next day, you're like, damn, I had the perfect joke to just crack. I should have said, you know what they say about cheese? When you don't order cheese at McDonald's, you don't gain that cheese. And you're working at Morgan Stanley. Imagine that one. That would be a good, dark, dry joke. Point of the matter is, for anybody that doesn't know Morgan Stanley, well, you got to look it up. If you're an advisor for Morgan Stanley, you're making the cheese. You're making the cheese. So now you know. Now you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, Jay. Jay with a $10 super chat. Over here, Jay says, dump some of that creek on your meat, baby. I'm going to do a little bit, okay? I'm going to pour a little bit of that on that meat. Bam! Just a little bit. There you go. That's going to be for Jay. I poured a little bit of that real Knob Creek 15 on my meat, he says, yes. $10 super chat, and he also says, happy Monday. Happy Monday to all of you. The best day of the week is Monday. He also says, sipping a Penelope Rio tonight. Shout out to the Taint Undy crew. How many Taint Undy crews we have over here? You know what, for all of you, just don't get colored undies. Always wear black, okay? Always wear black. For all of you, here we go, Jay. Thank you so much, Jay. Shout out to Jay. I do know that we have a lot of musicians that have been in the chat room in the last couple. In the last couple months. There we go. My bad. My bad. I turned off the camera. My bad. I turned off the camera. Here we go. We're back. We're back. Jay, thank you so much, Jay, for the $10 super champ. We back, okay? We back. Here we go. Let's drink this up. Cheers, all of you. Let's drink this up. That whiskey, honestly, which whiskey's better? I'm gonna say, Jay, which whiskey's better? Well, I gotta say, I'm an American. Knob Creek 15 is always, to me, is always gonna be a doozy and more of a doozy. There's so much dark fruit on here. There's so much oak, beautiful sweet oak. It has everything you want in a bourbon whiskey, but it has the dark fruits. And that to me is beautiful. Now, this one is very much of a great, great Scotch whiskey. But I can say with complete doubt, that some of you, you will appreciate, if you're American, you might appreciate the 15 a little bit more than this. For the people from Scotland, you're just going to enjoy this a lot. For the people in America that want something that strays away from a peated, smoky Scotch whiskey, right? If you don't know what peated is, you don't want to know. If you don't want to know what smoke is, you don't want to know. But when it comes to Scotch whiskey, there's a lot of malty, very smoky, peated up with Scotch whiskeys out there. And this goes on the other side of the world, right? So, Jay, if I was to tell you, Jay, what whiskey to buy both of them, okay? Jay, buy both of them. Those two are great ones. The Knob Creek 15, fantastic. the Dalmore, Valour. Mamma mia, mamma mia, mamma mia. By the way, I think I'm gonna have to. You know what I'm gonna do since Jay just took out a $10 super champ. I think I'm gonna. I don't want to chug this. If somebody sends a big super chat again, if somebody sends a big super chat again, I'll try to chug this. But I don't think I'm gonna chug that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out a sweet recipe on here, right? I want to make it easy for all of you, so I don't go crazy with the recipes. I could do recipes that are crazy. I could do insane marinade, right? Onions, cilantro. I could do a bunch of stuff on here. A little bit of cummins. Oof. How many of you know what that cummins is? I'll put a little bit of cummins, a little bit of garlic, olive oil. I could put a lot of stuff, right? They could make a good marinade. A little bit of soy over here, another $10 super chat. Chug, baby. Woo! Over here, Jay says chug, baby. We're going to do right here, JJ. Here we go, Jay. By the way, before we do chug, this is the beer that we're having. Shout out to all Americans. This is the beer that we're having. Jay, thank you so much for the $10 super chat for inspiring me to do something that I probably wasn't going to do if I didn't get a super chance. So here we go. We're going to do this over here. We're going to chug it, but before we chug it, I'm going to take out one of my favorites. For all of you. One of my favorites. I got to take out one of my favorites. I'm going to have to say this. This is turning into one of my favorites. I'll be honest. Turning into one of my favorites. Honestly. I need to find another bottle. Hard to find, but we're going to do that. So here we go, Jay. Here we go, Jay. And by the way, I can't wait for April. To get her goodies. Let's drink a sip. Cheers, all of you. Somebody's shooting fireworks. Dang, that's as much as I could chug, Jay. Jay, that's as much as I can chug. I swear to God, if it was a pink super chat, I would have chugged it all real hard. I would have been to the moon. Jay, if it would have been a pink super chat, I would have chugged it to the moon. I would have told you the cryptocurrency is going to the moon. That's how hard I would have chugged this. I really appreciate it, Jay, for the $10 super chat. Now, I'm going to do this, okay? For some of you that are here on a daily basis, I'm going to try my best, okay, this weekend, okay? I'm going to try my best Sunday to do the same thing that I did this Sunday. If you didn't see this Sunday stream, which was a couple of days ago, we raised a total of almost $200 yesterday. It was amazing. Awesome stream. I'm going to try to do that again. I'm going to try my best to do that again. It's very hard. I'm going to say this. It's very hard to come by those Pokemon packs. Each one of you can be part of it. Okay, it's going to be Sunday. I can't guarantee you this Sunday because if it rains, I don't want to do it in the rain, especially if the rain is hitting the cards and the pack. I'm going to try to do this Sunday. I'm going to try to see if I can do something, if I can find something for all of you. And we're going to try to do as much as possible. I'm not trying to get all of you into Pokemon. Okay, I'm not trying to get all of you into Pokemon. I try to get you into trends that are good. Fun trends, good trends. I got you into XRP. How many of you made money with a cryptocurrency XRP? I got you into Bitcoin, some of you. I got you into whiskey. And many of you, I got you into cooking good food, right? But mainly, this whole channel revolves around whiskey. Without whiskey, my man, without whiskey, we don't have a channel. Without whiskey, again, without whiskey, we don't have a channel because I wouldn't really care about YouTube and I wouldn't be caring about giving you guys the best of the best. What got me inspired to make a YouTube channel 3 years ago or 2 years ago? It was like I think it was end of 2022, 2023. What inspired me to get into YouTube? What inspired me to get into YouTube is all the bad YouTube creators. The YouTube creators on YouTube are giving you bad recommendations. I was so sick and tired of seeing a lot of bad recommendations of whiskeys that I would drink that are just horrendous. Basil Hayden, some of the other whiskeys out there, you guys know what they are. I don't need to say it. But it inspired me to start a channel. I could have started 3 different channels. As a matter of fact, I could have started 5 different channels. But have always been a whiskey guy. And for all of you, the Whiskey Reaper is here to show you the best whiskey while I'm cooking on a live stream. Short videos. You can check out the short videos, and we do. Shout out to Jay in the chat room. Shout out to Jay in the chat room. He says, it's okay. He tried. I did try. But for you, my man, Jay. By the way, huge shout out to Jason Kane. Huge shout out to Jason Kane. If you don't know Jason Kane, he's in the chat room. Shout out to law enforcement. We got some of the law enforcement in the chat room. We also have firemen in the chat room. We have police, and we have firemen in the chat room. We also have veterans in the chat room. We also have a lot of millionaires in the chat room. A lot of millionaires in the chat room that are watching me. We have a lot of Americans and millionaires watching me. Okay, they want the best of the best. But guess what? Even a millionaire wants to save money. The only millionaire that doesn't want to save money is a millionaire that just got a $10 million the day before. That's the only millionaire that doesn't want to save money. The rest of the millionaires like to officially save money. They don't want to tune into the channel that gives them any whiskeys. They want to tune into the channel that gives them the good stuff. And we show the good stuff. Again, this is for Jason Kane. I think he's in the chat room probably pumping some iron, just like Eddie Romeo likes to pump iron. You got to get this. Fantastic. Brand new. You can finally find it in the stores. This used to be duty free and at the airports only, but now you can get it if you can find it. But you're just trying to find it. I'm going to probably drink this next on the stream. Today, the World Series is on. Who are you going for? I'm going to end the poll in the chat room. We have 140 votes in the chat room. Let's end that poll real quick. Let's end that poll real quick. There we go. Let's end that poll real quick. So in the chat room, everybody clicked bourbon. There is a 64%. 64% in the chat room have said bourbon is their favorite. Yes, bourbon. Yes, you see here, bourbon is their favorite whiskey. Again, this is why I don't like to show Scotch whiskey. I have a lot of Scotch whiskey. I don't show it. I show you the good news Scotch whiskey, right? But 64% in the chat room. 150 people voted. 150 people voting. They want bourbon whiskey. Now, out of all of these, which is the better one? They're all really good. The ones that I show, the bourbons that I show are really good. This is really good. If you want really good vanilla, this is strong vanilla, strong oak, and caramel. If you want creamy vanilla, you get the Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit. This is my favorite. Jay, I see you, Jay. This is my Manny. I see you, Manny. This is my favorite. This is my favorite when it comes to creamy vanilla. Again, what am I drinking? Currently, I'm drinking Knapp Creek 15. Dark fruits, and those legendary Kentucky-style bourbon notes. But the main thing on here. Right? I tell you the main thing. I'm going to chug this for Jay and for Farm Kitty, the 2 super chats today. Let's drink some. Man. That right there. A little bit of spices, magic caramel, dark fruits, super dark fruits, leather leather, spice, leather, spice, oak, nice oak. Dark fruits is taking over completely. This is obviously insane. By the way, what's your favorite board game? My favorite board game. I'm gonna let you guys know what my favorite board game is. We're probably gonna play. We're gonna play a game this weekend. It's called the Donkey Drink game. We showed it on stream before. I'm gonna probably do that this weekend. All right, so tune in this weekend. It's gonna be a fun weekend. Okay, Monopoly. Oof. Who said Monopoly? I was gonna say Monopoly. I was gonna say Monopoly. Monopoly. Somebody said Connect It. Connect Four. I was a master. I was the master of Connect Four in school. When I was a young kid of Connect Four. Oh man, I was the master of Connect Four. Somebody said in the chat room, "What's your favorite board game?" Over here, Trouble. Ooh, that's another game. I played Trouble and somebody that I played with. Well, we played with 4 people, right? When I played the game, they threw the board. Cheater! How am I cheating, man? I'm hitting that dice. Back in the days, I don't know if you guys remember, Trouble used to have a pocket in the middle that you clicked and it had the dice. That one's really good. That one's really good. Over here, that one's good. Trouble. Oof. That Trouble was a good game. Uno's another game good, but it's not a board game. It's not a board game. Somebody says that clicker was such a good clicker. It goes like that. It goes like that. You put that clicker like, ooh, got that 8. You gotta click that. Ooh, got that 6. I don't remember the last time I clicked the Trouble, but you know what? We should all play a game. What do you think? We should all play a game. I could play Trouble on a weekend. I could buy Trouble and have 4 people tune into the stream, right? 3 people tune in the stream. I think it'll be good. What do you guys think? It'll be good. I can figure it out. But there would be a fee, obviously, to be part of it. There'll be a fee. I gotta figure it out. But what's your favorite board game? I hope somebody says Shots. Shots is the favorite board game. What the hell kind of game is that? What the hell kind of game is that? Shout out to all of you. So today's Monday, man. I do know Monday. The views fluctuate, right? I got 5 on it. It's a great song, Bone Thugs and Harmony. Monday, the views fluctuate. We've been getting good views. We've been getting good hits on the live stream. We've been doing good. Last week, I didn't stream for, what is it? I didn't stream for about a couple days, and it hit our algorithm a little bit. We're getting 100 something people watching, and we'll get it again. Total views, and most of those streams were about 8,000, 7,000, right? I was last week before I didn't had a little emergency. Had a little emergency last week, but regardless, the emergency is done. This week I have a lot of things that I have going this week, and I'm trying to give you guys good content. It's hard for me to do this, but I'm still doing it for all of you, and I just hope you guys appreciate it. I know April Neal that today I was going to send her package off tomorrow, but I had to send it off today. You know what? Let's change this. Let's take this out of the screen. Favorite board game. Let's take that off the screen real quick. We got it off the screen. Somebody say, sure, word. Let me read the comments. Will you hold mine too? I reckon that. Let me just say this. Jason Kane's in the chat room. Edgar Roman is watching at the gym. Who else are we missing here? We're missing Houdat. I hope Houdat's doing okay. I do know that she's been through. She's been through a good amount of things. One of our wrenches. We have other wrenches in the chat room. Sometimes can't be here. Iris Soto, hard worker. Hard worker. She's trying to become a billionaire. She's trying to own the Dallas Mavericks. Yes, Iris Soto is trying to make so much money. She's just trying to own the Dallas Mavericks. Right? They better be careful. Mr. Cuban's going to try to rip your ass. But Iris Soto is trying to own the Dallas Mavericks. We have a lot of ranches that they fluctuate by day, and that's okay. That's all right. Here we go. I got to put this over here. I'm gonna just put this up over here. Boom. Today is Monday Night Football. So for some of you that are betting, the Kansas City Chiefs are a favorite tonight for, I think, how many points? Somebody tell me in the chat room how many points the Chiefs are. I think it's 11 points. I think it's 11 points or 10.5 points tonight on the Chiefs. So they have to win by. If it's 10.5, they have to win by 11 points for you to win. The Chiefs are playing against Washington. Back in the days in America, we used to call them Washington Redskins. It's a different thing. Let me know in the chat room. You guys are laughing in the chat room. I don't know what you guys are laughing at. Anyways, the point of the matter is, here we go. Let's drink this up. Knob Creek 15. It's been hard for me to drink. It's 100 proof. Higher proof than this one. So let's drink this up. Oof. Oof. Damn. Ooh. Knob Creek 15, 100 proof. Beautiful. We like the 100 or more. My favorite proof point. I want to tell you guys my favorite proof point. Some of you guys don't know what proof point is. I'll let you know what my proof point is on whiskey. My favorite proof point is from 101 to, well, 100. From 100 to 115. I like that. From 100 to 115. If there's a whiskey that goes above 126, I got to be careful. Any whiskey that goes over 126 proof, got to be careful. Some of the whiskeys that we hand out here were like 132 proof, 131, 130, 129, 126, 128. I've had all the proofings. I've had all the proofings possible. We've had one on stream, I believe, before. There was 100 and almost 140 something. Too much proofing. It's just pointless. You're going to burn your teeth out, right? You're going to burn your teeth out. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to make sure that you guys know. So we just drank that one. Now we're going to officially have, the Dalmore, the cigar malt. Well, we're cooking. We're going to have that one. So what I'm going to do is, I do know that yesterday. Yes, let's put this over here. Yesterday, a lot of you were going for the Dallas Cowboys in the chat room. Didn't look too good yesterday. Didn't look too good. By the way, for any of you that are walking in, if you haven't hit that like button, do me a favor, hit that like button if you haven't hit that like button. Let me clean those walls. Somebody's in the chat room, Packers mop the socks out of that Aaron Rodgers. Let's clean this up. Oof. Let's clean this up. It looks good. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to move this forward. By the way, there's no Texas team that's good. The only Texas team that's good is, what's the only Texas team that's good? Texas Tech. I think it's Texas Tech. I think it is. There's one Texas team that's good, but it ain't Texas Longhorns. I'll tell you that right. It ain't the Dallas Cowboys. I think this Texas Tech. I could be wrong. Here we go. Let's put this over here. Put this over here. Oof. There we go. The Dalmore, the cigar malt. By the way, for all of you, looks real nice. Looks real good. Let's back this up one time. Looks good. Yes. For all of you. By the way, that Indiana college team. Woof. That Indiana college team. No joke. Let's nose that one time. That is like a perfume. Holy heaven, that's like a perfume. Holy Lord. That is like a perfume, man. Texas A&M. Who's the best Texas team? Can somebody tell me in the chat room? Because this week I've been lost in the sauce. There's two Texas teams that should be good. I think it's Texas A&M. I have no idea. Texas A&M or Texas Tech. One of them. One of them are good. I forgot which one. Let me know which is the best. It ain't Texas Longhorns. I tell you right now. Here goes. That's like a perfume, man. That's like a perfume. Again, for some of you that are just tuning in, we had the Dalmore, the other Dalmore, but this is currently one of my favorite Dalmores out there. It's yes. This is just so, to me, it's so perfect. If I don't want to have a cigar, I just want to have this. That's all I need. I don't need to smoke a stogie, right? This is what I need. By the way, shout out to Jay. Shout out to Jay on the stream for adding to Super Chats. If I say your name often, it's because you're a Super Chatter on the stream. Shout out to Jay on the stream. Jay, thank you so much, Jay. Thank you so much, Jay. By the way, Jay could be in the running for anything free in the weekend, right? If we do a giveaway. He could be in the running. I've gave away so many things. On the streams, I've gave away so many things, but you have to tune in often, right? Sometimes I'm chill, sometimes I'm not. Here we go. The Dalmore, let's drink this up. That's on sound. I could keep on nosing it. It's like a, how can I explain to you what this reminds me of? It's like a super aged cigar in your humidor. But it's almost like you put a little bit too much humidity on the cigar. You ever smelled your cigar when you put a little bit too much humidity? Has anybody ever done that? I know some of you have. It's very, very strong. It's very pungent. And that's the nose on here. You can smell this. You could smell the tobacco. It almost smells like some ash. Shout out to Ash, the Pokemon trainer. It smells like a little bit like ash. Doesn't smell like Ash's head. Here we go. Let's drink this up. Honestly, perfect. I have, I'd have two more bottles of this, brand new, because I'm scared that the price might go up. So I bought a couple of them. I always buy a couple whiskeys that I like, just in case of the price rockets or something. They discontinue something. This is so rich. Now, we revolve this whole stream around this one. This isn't as rich as this Dalmore, but there's two different whiskeys on here, right? The Dalmore, Valour. I like anything that starts with a V. Hint, hint. I like anything that starts with a VA. VA, anything that starts with a VA, I like it. I like it. Anything that starts with a VA. Hint, hint. Hint, hint. Anything that starts with a VA, I like. I like a lot. Anyways, point of the matter is, really nice. I like this a lot. Man, I like this so much. I don't know which one I like more. I don't know which one I like more. Okay, let me give you this. Let me give you a scenario. Oof. Oh, damn. Look at this. I got to wipe this off with my shirt. There, I wiped it off. Okay, which one do I like more out of both of these? Let me give you a nighttime scenario. Nighttime scenario, you're dressed up nice. You're dressed up nice, super to the T with a tuxedo. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to go for this one. Okay, I'm going to go for this one. It's a nice night. You're going to a party. It's a maybe a family party. It's a family party, and everybody's dressed up nice, but they're not to the T like a tuxedo. If they had both of these, which I'm gonna go for, it's humid outside. It's humid outside because I live in Florida. I'm going for this one. I'm sorry, but I'm going for this one. I love this one. I swear to God. I swear to God right now. This is. I love this one, right? I love this one. But you gotta know the vibe, man. You gotta know the vibe, man. Ladies, don't be wearing thongs. Don't be wearing thongs where you're shitting all night. Ladies, if you got diarrhea all night because you had that porch or a cow, don't be wearing a thong and expect to take it off and feel beautiful, because you're not going to feel beautiful after the guy says, "What's that smell?" You're not going to feel beautiful. So you got to know. You got to know the vibe. People say you got to know the room. Forget about that. You got to know the vibe, my man. My lady, you got to know the vibe. My man, you got to know the vibe. Straight up, you got to know the vibe. All right, gentlemen, if you think you're going to get that 5,000, you think you're going to get that 5,000, you got to know what to have, okay? Are you going to have Scotch whiskey? You're going to have bourbon whiskey, okay? What you going to have? Are you going to have Scotch whiskey or bourbon whiskey? If you know that you can't handle whiskey, you cannot go with the whiskey that's 101.5 proof. Okay? If you're going for that 5,000, you cannot go for a whiskey that's 101.5 proof. When you put your pants down your ass, you're going to smell like ass. You cannot go for a whiskey on a night that's 101 proof. You just can't. Right? Now, I'm going to say this. Just because it's 100 proof and it tastes good, if you know you're going to get that 5,000, sometimes you got to put this aside. You can say, you know what, I like that. But I got to make sure my plums are nice. So, on that case, you go for something light. Okay, this is 43.8% ABV. Okay, you're looking at a total of, do the math, 43.8% times 2. That is a total of, yes, that is a total of 87.2 proof, 87.2 proof. Look, you can put the calculator out there. 43.8 times 2. Put the calculator out there. Tell me I'm wrong. Look, man, I know what 2 plus 2 is. There's a lot of you that don't know what 2 plus 2 is. Some of you say 2 plus 2 is 6. Thank the Lord that none of you in the chat room know that. All of you in the chat room say it's 4. Good. But I would go for this one. 44%. That's 88 proof. Well, I would go for these two. If you're getting that 5,000, okay? Shout out to all the chicken hands out there. Anyways, born in matter is, oof. It's time for me to start cooking, man. Honestly. It's midnight out here. It's midnight out here in Ibiza. It's midnight out here in Ibiza. It's midnight out here in Ibiza. I'm out here now, Ibiza. It's midnight out here now, Ibiza. We gotta cook up. We gotta cook up. It's midnight out here, and we gotta cook up. We gotta cook up. Jay says, drink more, drink more. Farm Kitty says, flame it up, flame it up. Let's drink a sip. So this is the Dalmore cigar mall. Let's drink a sip. Wow. Can there be another whiskey perfect? Yeah, there's a lot of whiskeys out there as perfect. There's more whiskeys out there really good. You just have to like tobacco. It's so good. And it's so good. Okay, for some of you, we're already marinated this enough. Okay, we're already marinated this enough. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start moving everything. We're gonna start cooking. All right, let's start cooking. Now, for some of you that are watching, we're going for medium rare. Okay, medium rare. That's what we're going for. We're going for medium. I'll be drinking some of these too, so don't expect that I'm not going to drink these. I'll be drinking some of these too, so I want to put this aside because I'm moving the table. So since I'm moving the table, I don't want to break my back. We're moving the table out here. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Moving the table out here. All right, we're good to go. Let's start cooking, man. Let's start cooking. It's cooking time. Yes, yes. Here we go. On the stream, I'm using the Cowboy brand to cook. It's going to be the charcoal choice that I have. You ever hear a song that they do that? I've heard a lot of songs that do that. One More Time is one of those songs. I love that song. One More Time. Oof. How many of you know that song? You know that song, One More Time? I love that song. I'm going to start blasting some of this charcoal. I'm putting some of this charcoal over here so that it just gets nice. Now, for some of you, one of the main things we're aiming for right now is to get some of that amber going on these charcoals. So we're going to start getting a little bit of heat. Some of the amber is going to start to build up. Once that amber starts building up, we will be putting... Shout out to Jay in the chat room. Jay in the chat room says... Blue dabble dee dabble die. That's what he says. I think that's what he said in the chat room. Jay in the chat room says, Blue dabble dee dabble die. That's a song. Blue dabble dee dabble die. All right, here we go. Some of you don't know what that song is because maybe you aren't old enough. And if you're not old enough to know that Blue dabble dee dabble die song, this stream might not be for you, yes. You can put a little bit of beer on here, but I don't suggest it. I don't suggest it. Oof. Let's drink some. Oh, that beer is goddamn nice. That's good. Yes, yes. That's real, real good. Again, always do me a favor. Always do me a favor. And somebody says they're 25 in the chat room. They don't know what Dabba Dooby Dabba Dabba is. That song. If you don't know what the damn song is, who said that? They don't know what the Dabba Dee Dabba Da song is? Man. Something happening over there. You gotta look it up. Look it up on Google. Blue dabu dee dabu da. Look it up. If you'll figure out what it is. Looks good, looks good. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna spray this out one time. Good. I'm trying to, oof, I just took out the other. I'm trying to aim for this piece of charcoal to get nice and hot. I need to put this other, okay, that one's on. That's good, that's good. Good. Somebody say this is the worst goodbye ever. Don't say goodbye. Just all you have to do is go Google it. You can see what it is. Blue dabble dee dabble da. Look it up. You'll see. Just see. Do you want me to tell you what it is? Somebody. I'm not really looking at the chat room right now. I'm busy. I'm busy. But whoever did say that in the chat room, I'm gonna say it was a big song. Big song. If they do that in the Super Bowl, I think that would be insane. Oldies would be insane in the Super Bowl instead of Bad Bunny. I think that would be cool. Yes, I think that would be cool. Oldies instead of Bad Bunny. I like Bad Bunny. I like some of his music. I do like some of his music, but I don't really think it's an American kind of NFL kind of a thing. I'm going to say, I don't think half of the people in America know what the hell he's saying. I know what he's saying. I like his music. But you don't go to a ballet. You don't go to, what is it called? Did I say ballet? You don't go to a fishing. You don't go to a fishing competition. Okay, you don't go to a fishing competition with a bat. You understand? You don't go to a ballet concert with Yin Yang Twins, okay? You don't go to a bowling competition, right? With Jehovah's Witnesses. You do not go to a Halloween festival with a person that is Christian, okay? You just, I don't know, man. Some people have to know some things just don't work. In this world, just some things just don't work. It's not up to me, man. It's not up to me. It's up to the people watching. Some things just don't work. That's why I don't show Scotch whiskey as much on my live stream or the channel because we have a lot of Americans. A lot of Americans, okay, they don't drink Scotch whiskey in general. Okay, so the Scotch whiskey that I'm showing today is exceptional. Right? It's exceptional. A lot of you are going to buy it, but the thing is, we just don't have an American crowd that likes Scotch whiskey as much as bourbon whiskey. You understand what I'm trying to say? You got to know your crowd. That's straight up what it is. You got to know your crowd. Anyways, now that I know my crowd, whew, about to drink this cigar malt. Whew, can't wait. Okay, that flame is good. That flame is good. Let's start putting some of this. So here we go. That flame is good. Here we go. Let's start cooking. Let's start cooking. Woo! That looks amazing. Ah, dang. Hit me up with that like on the stream. That looks insane, amazing. That looks intense. That looks beautiful. Now, if you want to tune down the heat, all you have to do is close the grill. Close the grill. Shout out to April O'Neil. Look at this, April O'Neil. Look what I'm wearing. Shout out to April O'Neil. Close the grill. Close the grill. Time to cook this right. On the stream, Manny, Jay, Farm Kitty, Jason Kane, AM, April O'Neil, JJ. Let me open this up. Manny. Woo! Woo! All of you, Farm Kitty, thank you so much for being here on the stream. For all of you watching, do me a favor. Hit the line of Reaper Crew. You know what time it is, Reaper Crew. Reaper Crew, you know what time it is? Yes, you know what time it is. One to one. Yes, yes. All right. I can't get this too close. I see you, Jay. I see you, Manny. Shee! It's already getting nice and dark. Good. Good. Nice and dark. Good. That's my chuck eye. That's my chuck eye, baby. All right, we got the chuck eye good, and we have my porterhouse. My porterhouse is looking fine, nice and fine. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure it doesn't get too. That's good. I'll make sure it doesn't get too crazy. My neighbors must hate me for the smell that I have going. An insane smell. Now, we're going to have to close this up. A lot of flames, a lot of flames. Let's close this up, a lot of flames. Let's open this up. A lot of flames, a lot of flames. A lot of damn heat. To load up that heat, you want to just literally do what I did, but you want to tune it down, right? You don't want to get it overheated. Close the grill a little bit. Hit that like button if you like what you see. Hit the like button if you like what you see. Shout out to all of you, Reaper Crew. You know what time it is. I need some beer, man. Okay, I'm going to flip it now. I need some beer, man. Make sure to cut your nails, gentlemen. Make sure to never go to a nail salon. Cut your nails, man. Cut your nails. Here we go. And that's good. That's nice. All right, let's flip this. Here we go. Looks good. Let's flip it. Oh, that's god dang beautiful. You see that? That's god dang beautiful. Let's see our porterhouse. It's getting good. It's good. It's not overheated. It's not crazy. Let's put this one over here. This one's a little bit it's looking good. It's looking good. Again, remember we have a flavor on here. Lock in the flavors when you do this. Again, before you guys say anything, we're going to start doing like this. Beautiful. Looks good. Looks good. I kind of want to put this on the far end. And I just want to work these chuck eyes over here. I want to work these chuck eyes. I want to put the porterhouse on the back. Here we go. So, main thing. If you have been tuning in, by the way, somebody said, buenas noches, man. Manny, if you're leaving right now, good to see you, Manny. Good to see you in the chat room. Have a happy night. Have a happy night. Manny's not going to be able to see the main ingredients on here. That's okay. That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. Manny's not going to be able to see the main ingredients on here. Maybe he's going to make this thing and say, whoa, it's done. It's not done. There's one main thing that you got to do. And I'm going to show each and every one of you what you need to do. Okay, you need to put some, okay, I'm going to do sweet unsalted butter. Make sure there's no salt in this. Okay, you're going to be putting this on your steak. Now, this is going to be the main thing, okay? Main thing you're going to do. You're going to cut it up with a butter knife. But you got to put this. Now, I'm going to say this. We're going to close it up. We're going to close it up. Make sure to use the butter. This is what you need. Unsalted butter. Now, this is going to be the tip top of your steak. You see this is beaming. You want to make sure that it doesn't get well done. And this is not well done. That's the beauty of this. That's the beauty of this. Look at the juices. The juice, look at this. It's just, the juice is going to be flowing through. Yeah, you see how beautiful that is? Oof. So what we're going to do is, we're just going to put this over here. Ooh. That's a lot of heat. That's a lot of heat, man. Woo! Look at the juices. Ooh! Look at the juices. A lot of heat. That's a lot of heat, man. All right, we're gonna put some butter on here. Okay. Now, for some of you that don't believe in butter, well, you're okay. That's cool for you. Let's put some butter on here. And you're gonna close this up. I just closed it up. You need the butter, okay? Shout out to all of you. Shout out to all of you. It is Scorpio season. Today is officially Scorpio season. It started today. It started October 23rd, Scorpio season. Scorpio season started today. October 23rd, Scorpio season. How many Scorpios we got in here? How many Scorpios we got in the chat room? I don't think we have too many Scorpios. Let me know if you're a Scorpio. Everyone in the chat room. In the chat room. Yes. In the chat room. There you go. in the chat room, click what you are. If you're not one, don't click it. If you're not one, don't click it. There we go. Let's see how many we got in the chat room. All right, here we go. I put that butter on there. That's good enough time. Oof, I got some butter on here that I got to put inside. All right, here we go. Let's open this up. Should be ready to go. Woo! Yes, yes. Should be ready to go. Look at that. Oof. 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 You know that. Oh, damn. Look at that. Oh, man. Can we put it? Of course, we're going to just flip it. Ooh. I'm going to just flip it one time. I think this one's, oh man, I'm going to take this off. By the way, let me look at the other side. Oh man, the other side's looking good, but I'm going to take this off. Good, damn. All right. We're also going to be taking this off. Man. Put that over here. Let's take this other piece off. Remember, we got some butter on here, juicy butter. Again, medium rare is what we're aiming for, and that should be about medium rare. When you cut it up, it should be medium rare. You don't want to put it for a long time on the grill. Before anything, we're going to turn this around. Oof. One time, boom. Close this up. Make sure it's closed all the way it's closed. It's closed, but just to make sure, we're gonna put it over here just in case. So when I walk out, it's not ripping. Bottom vent is a bottom vent. I'm gonna close the bottom vent. Bottom vent is closed all the way, so this should be turned off. Usually takes about 40 minutes to an hour. 40 minutes to an hour. Yes, Jason Kane. Shout out to Jason Kane. In the chat room. Shout out to Jason Kane. By the way, don't forget, in Instagram, yes. On IG, I like to post up stuff. Don't forget, on the stories, we post up stuff on the stories. Yes. This bag is up. So, April, Neil, I do expect you to post up that gift. I expect you to post it. You don't have to post up the gift. You don't have to post up the gift. When you get it Thursday, you don't have to post up the gift. Damn. I'm going to use some of this. Damn. Woo! That filet mignon, man. Make sure those juices don't go flying off the screen. Lord heavens, that's good. Just turn it. I want to make sure those juices don't go flying off the screen. So what I like to do is sometimes I like to turn my meat so it just grabs onto those juices. Alright. I'll put this over here. Boom. I'll put this over here. Yeah. Looks real good. I can't wait to eat this pork. I'm actually going to eat this. This is the one I plan on eating. The charred up one, I like it because when you cut it, it's red inside, right? Red inside. That's what I like. I like it medium rare. I like it medium rare. Medium rare. Point of the matter is we're drinking a whiskey right now. On the stream, we had these two. I don't recommend that Pilsner for the ladies. Don't drink that Pilsner. That's a man. That's a man. Yes, that's a man beer. I'm going to end the poll real quick. I just want to do a quick poll. Let's see in the chat room. 46% said that they're Aries, so that means there's a couple of you that are Aries. Shout out to the chat room. Good to see a lot. Bob loves whiskey in the chat room. Good to see Bob loves whiskey in the chat room. Good to see Bob loves whiskey in the chat room. Don't forget to follow the Whiskey Reaper on Instagram. We have about, I don't really post too much. I only post on stories. You can check out the stories. I post up on a daily basis stories. I post up my personality and my vibe all that day. Let's drink some. Okay, I'm just going to put the can out of the bag. The can out of the bag on the stream. Bam, bam, right here. Outstanding, outstanding, outstanding Scotch whiskey. If you don't have the money to buy a cigar malt, if you don't have the money to buy a 15-year Dalmore, if you just don't have the money in general, this is under $100. Valour, Dalmore, Valour, 2025 Valour, insanely good. It is exceptional. It is almost blasphemy to say that this is going to be bad. This is so good, but you know what? I told you guys I'm going to drink some bourbons. I promise you. I didn't promise you guys, but I did say that I was going to drink a bourbon. I'm going to drink the rest of this one. This is, I think we're still drinking the cigar malt. I'm going to see. That is definitely a cigar malt. That's good. That's just, you have to like Scotch whiskey. You just have to like Scotch whiskey, straight up. If you don't like Scotch whiskey, I don't recommend it. But if you do like bourbon, this is one I recommend. Well, you're going to just drink a little puff. I'm going to drink a little puff of this. By the way, I do recommend a lot of you to have, please do me a favor, drink some purified water. Publix, shout out to Publix. And also another thing I recommend a lot of you, when you're cooking, have a glove. Okay, please have a glove. Have a glove, for goodness sakes. Have a glove. Wear a glove, man. You just don't understand how much you need a glove till you need it. You need a glove. What we're going to do is we're going to drink some of this. New Riff single barrel. By the way, I kind of want to drink this one first. Sorry to say for anybody waiting for the New Riff single barrel. Sorry, we're not having that. We're going to drink it. If you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. Oh. Can't wait to have this. Ooh. Can't wait to have this too. The juice is starting to fly out of this. juices are starting to fly out of this meat. Beautiful meat. Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Okay, I'm not gonna clean that Glencairn. Usually I do. I'm gonna clean my palate. So, purify water in my palate. One time. Here we go. Let's load it up. Wild turkey, the American spirit. Yes, American spirit. Kentucky spirit. Might as well call it the American spirit. I don't think there's not a whiskey called the American spirit, huh? We should call it the American spirit. There should be something called the American spirit. Filet mignon, sirloin, chuck eye. What more can you ask for? Here we go. Let's listen. Damn. If you're new into whiskey, this is the one that I recommend out of all of them. If you're a beginner, you're going to like this one a lot more than all the other ones. This one's for enthusiasts, whiskey enthusiasts. If you're a whiskey enthusiast, this is for a whiskey enthusiast. This is for a whiskey enthusiast also. 15-year Knob Creek whiskey enthusiast. That's for a whiskey enthusiast. This over here is for barbecue enthusiasts. Yes, this is for barbecue enthusiasts. Worcestershire. This is for the oldies out there. Worcestershire is for the oldies. How many oldies we have here from the 90s? Shout out to all of you from the 90s. From the 80s. The New World from the 1900s. Let's give it to the 1900s. Shout out to all of you from the 1900s. I am from the 1900s. I am born in the 1900s. Yes, 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 yes. I'm born and I like Leon Perrin. I like this on my steak. I like this on my pork chops. I like this on my pork. I like this on my chicken. I like this on my hamburgers. Leon Perrin. Anyways, shout out to all the people out here born in the 1900s. If you are born in the 1980s or 1970s, 1960s, you're born in the 1900s. Anyways, point of matter is new riff. Beautiful. Here we go. I'm going to do a shot for all of you. One time shot. Here we go. Drink, 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 drink. Yes. Whipper crew, you know what time it is? Let's drink this up. That juices flowing through. We're going to end the stream soon. Start saying your goodbyes right now. Start saying your goodbyes right now. We're going to end the stream. I finished up the beer that we had on the stream. I finished up the beer. Start saying your goodbyes on the stream. The Pilsner. Only for the men. All my American men, get yourself one of these. Good. I want to actually put some lime. Cold. I want to get it really cold on a hot day. And I want to put some lime on here. We'll probably do it this week. I got to buy some lime. I want to put some lime on here. There's another company I want to put it up against, so this is going to put it up against another company. But the whole stream has revolved around one whiskey. The Dalmore, Valour. I don't even know how to say it. Here we go. By the way, you want to see the black tip? When you go to the zoo and the gorillas show you them titties are like this. Yes, if you go to the zoo, yeah. Anyways, point of the matter is, new riff, single barrel. Here we go. I'm going to say it one more time. When you go to the zoo and you go to the gorilla section, when they show you them titties, them nipples are looking like this. Shout out to New Riff for having that black nipple on that. That's amazing. This is the only company that has that black cork. That's awesome. Is this good? Is this exceptional? Hell yeah, this is exceptional. One of the best single barrels in the world. You don't have to break a bank. You don't have to pay $200 for a crazy bourbon whiskey. Get yourself one of these. Huh? Under $70. Get yourself one of these under $55. You don't have to break the bank. Get yourself one of these, about $100 or $150. And don't forget to get yourself one of these Outstanding. This we reviewed this one on stream. You need to get it. If you're new into Scotch whiskey, you're really gonna like that one. Here we go. Let's drink a up. Hit that like button. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up. Let's get those likes up for this chug. Let's get those likes. Don't forget to subscribe. Here we go. Drink up. I can't chug it. You want me to choke? How many of you want me to choke? I can't chug that whiskey, man. 100 and something proof. You think I could chug that? What, you out of your mind? What, you out of your mind? You want me to chug it? You out of your mind? I can't chug that. On the stream, we use Kinders. On the stream, we also use that Weber. Can't wait to have this. We gotta turn it just in case because of the juices. I need to put it inside. Oh Lord. Oh man. The juices are flowing. Alright, I gotta eat this soon. The juices are flowing. The juices are about to come out of the dang. God, these juices are about to come out. These juices are about to come out of the dang wooden blanket that I got out here. Shout outs to all of you. Huge shout outs to shout outs to the USA. Reaper Crew, you know what time it is. Yes, you know what time it is. We're number one. Huge shout outs to the USA. By the way, Reaper Crew, you know what time it is. We're number one. Hit the like button for the video. Yes, hit that like button for the video. Hit that like button for the video. Yes, hit that like button. Subscribe. Huge shout outs to the USA, U.S. Marines. By the way, cut your nails. How many of you bite your nails? Don't cut your nails, okay? Don't bite your nails. Don't bite your nails. Don't pick your nose. Don't pick your nose and eat them. By the way, this is a little bit of that charcoal. Don't pick your nose and eat your boogers. You're nasty. You're nasty son of a gun. Don't go to the salon. Cut your own nails. Cut your own nails. Keep it fresh. Yes, my hands are big. Huge shout outs too with the USA, U.S. Marines, U.S. Army, U.S. Navy, U.S. Air Force, and the U.S. Space Force. Battling the aliens over there in the moon. And huge shout outs to law enforcement. Shout outs to all law enforcement in the chat room. Shout outs to EMTs, the nurses in the chat room. Huge shout outs to the nurses in the chat room. Huge shout outs to the nurses. Huge shout outs to all our doctors in the chat room wearing those bluesies. If you're wearing that bluesy in the chat room and you were a doctor, shout outs to all of you. Shout outs to all of you that are working a 9 to 5. You guys are awesome. Shout outs to everybody in the chat room. Reaper Crew, you know what time it is. We're number one. You guys are awesome. April Neal, your package should get to you by Thursday, latest Friday. I hope you enjoy the package. Jason Kane, I see you, Jason Kane. For all of you watching, thank you everybody for tuning in. Oh, we got a lot of stuff. Oof. This one's a doozy. What a doozy. What a stream. What a nice stream. April, now I see you. I can't wait to see if this transforms into something. That's a good goddamn whiskey. You guys know I show you the best. You guys are awesome. Jay, I see you. Jay, I see you. Hit that like button for all of you watching. I see you, Jay. For all of you watching. Yes. I can't wait. I'll see you all soon. Reaper officially. One more like away from 60. One more like away from 60. Ladies and gentlemen, one more like away from 60. Who's going to be the 60 like? Who's going to be the... Whoo! That wild turkey. Who's going to be the 60 like? Who's going to be the 60 like? Oh! Who's going to be the 60 like? One more, there you go. You are officially all you can eat the 60 like. Thank you so much for hitting the like button. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you soon, Reaper Crew. You know what time it is. Subscribe to the Whisky Reaper channel. Don't forget to get that membership. Those private member videos and private live streams. I'll see you all soon on the next one. I can't wait to have. Oh, my Lord. I'm going to have this. This is what I'm going to have. Oh, it's so soft. Oof. Oh, man. Let me lick my fingers. Oh, she. We officially sign out. I'll see you soon.